How does a man in chains trick the most powerful king on earth? You might think Darius the Great was untouchable, sitting on his throne in Persepolis, controlling 40% of the world's population. But one Greek slave proved that even a god king can be played like a fiddle if you know exactly which strings to pull. Let me set the scene for you, because the contrast here is absolutely wild. On one side, you have Darius. He's the king of kings. He can snap his fingers and level a city. On the other side, you have Democedes. He's a nobody, a prisoner of war, a slave rotting in a dungeon in Susa, wearing rags and eating scraps. But Democedes had something Darius couldn't buy, steal, or conquer. He had a brain that was about 3 steps ahead of everyone else in the room. It all starts with a hunting trip. Darius is out riding, having a great time, when he jumps off his horse and, snap, he twists his ankle. Badly. We're talking a nasty sprain, maybe a dislocation. The pain is excruciating. Now, Darius has the best medical care money can buy. He's surrounded by Egyptian doctors who are considered the absolute best in the ancient world. But their method of fixing a twisted ankle? Brute force. They're twisting it, pulling it, wrenching it. They are hurting him more than the fool did. For 7 days and 7 nights, the most powerful man in the world can't sleep. He's in agony. He's delirious. Then someone whispers a rumor. They say there's a Greek slave in the dungeons who used to be a famous physician back in Croton. So they drag Democedes out of the pit. He's covered in filth, chains clanking. They shove him in front of the king. And here's the crazy part. Democedes tries to lie. He pretends he doesn't know medicine. Why? Because he knows if he fixes the king, he becomes valuable property. He'll never see his home in Italy again. He'll just be a golden bird in a golden cage. But Darius isn't stupid. He sees through it. He threatens the whip and the spikes. So Democedes sighs, steps up, and gets to work. He uses Greek methods, gentle manipulation, soothing remedies. No brute force. Within a few days, Darius is walking, he's sleeping, he's cured. This is the moment everything changes. Darius is so happy he literally showers Democedes with gold. He gives him a seat at the royal table. He introduces him to his wives. Democedes goes from dungeon rat to the king's best friend overnight. But remember, this is a story about a trick, because Democedes is miserable. He's rich, sure. He's eating the best food in the empire, but he's still a slave. Darius refuses to let him leave. He says, "Why would you leave? You have everything here." Democedes realizes he can't run away. He has to think his way out. And he finds the weak link in the king's armor. The queen. Queen Atossa, the daughter of Cyrus the Great, develops a nasty abscess on her chest. She's terrified. She calls for Democedes. He looks at it and says, "I can cure you, but I have a price. You have to do exactly what I tell you to do." She agrees. He cures her, and then he gives her the script. That night, Atossa is in bed with Darius, and she starts working on him. She says, "You're young, you're strong. You need to expand the empire so the Persians know they have a real man for a king." Darius puffs up his chest. He says, "Actually, I was planning to invade Scythia." And Atossa, following Democedes' script perfectly, says, "No, forget Scythia. They're just savages in the mud. I want you to invade Greece. I've heard about the Spartan women, the Athenian women. I want them as servants, and you have the perfect man to guide your spies, that doctor, Democedes." Darius takes the bait, hook, line, and sinker. The next morning, Darius calls Democedes in. He says, Good news, you're going home, but only as a guide. I'm sending 15 of my top nobles with you. You show them the coast of Greece, map out the invasion spots, and then you all come back. Darius even tells the nobles, "Whatever you do not let this man escape. Bring him back at all costs." So they set sail. They travel all along the Greek coast. Democedes is showing them the sights, taking notes, playing the loyal servant. The Persian nobles are relaxing, thinking this is easy. Then they get to Italy, to Tarentum, just a few miles from Democedes' hometown. This is it, the moment he's been waiting for. Democedes secretly talks to the local king of Tarentum. He says, "Look, these guys are Persian spies. Arrest them just for a few days." The king arrests the Persians. In the chaos, Democedes just walks away. He walks right back to his hometown of Croton. He's free. The Persians eventually get released and they are furious. They chase him down. They actually find him in the marketplace in Croton. They try to grab him, shouting, "This man belongs to the King of Kings." But the locals, they don't care about Darius. They see their hometown hero being manhandled by foreigners. They beat the Persian nobles up with sticks and chase them out of the city. As the Persians are fleeing to their ships, bruised and empty-handed, Democedes shouts one last message for them to take back to Darius. He says, "Tell the king I'm getting married to the daughter of Milon the wrestler." It was the ultimate flex. Not only did I escape, but I'm marrying into a famous family and living my best life while you explain to the most powerful man on earth how you lost his favorite doctor. Darius never got him back. The great king, who commanded armies of millions, was outsmarted by a guy with a medical bag and a homesick heart. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If a single slave could manipulate the foreign policy of the entire Persian Empire just to get a ride home, how many other great historical decisions were actually just someone playing an angle? What do you think? Was Democedes a genius for risking his neck? Or was Darius just too arrogant to see the trap? Let me know in the comments.